in this clip, we're going to go through some of the different techniques that you have in that first section. So we're going to break down two different parts of it. So the first part is when you're in that horse stance and you do that clearing block, when you turn your hips to go into the punch. So you need to focus on turning those hips at the same time that you punch, okay? My hips can't stay forward in the punch, and I'm just punching across my body. I'm not getting that hip rotation. My punch isn't going to be strong enough. All right, so getting that block. And you can start these drills just in this position since you're just doing these stationary outside of the form. And so from here, you can start with your hand out and then practicing that hip rotation into the punch, okay? So again, now remember on your punches, fold those fingers underneath, your thumb goes on top, a tight fist, make sure it's strong, especially if you're practicing with targets at home, so that you're not hurting your wrist, not hurting your arm, okay? So practice, you can practice this as many times as you need, getting that rotation in, okay? All right. And after that feels comfortable, when you do it in the form, it's going to be just part of what you do in it. You're not really going to think about it anymore. Now, if you're at home, say you don't have a mitt, you could practice with a parent and do the same thing. Now on this, I'm not trying to punch as hard as I can. It just allows me to have a target. And if your parents are too nervous to hold out their hands for you, then they could also hold up like a piece of paper and draw a target on that piece of paper for you, and you could practice striking that, all right? All right. Now, the second part of the first section that I want you to focus on is the opposite kick and punch. Now, this can be a little tricky at first. So, this one you start with left leg forward, right leg back, okay? You've just done this part, the punch, all right? So now you're going to do the opposite kick and punch. So you can start from this position and go into the opposite kick and punch, all right? And I can go straight back to my stance. I don't even have to worry about not being there. I'm there to start, all right? So what I do here is I'm getting down the coordination of kicking with my right foot and punching with my left. Again, if you don't have bags at home, you can use a parent to help you get that coordination down, hitting those targets, okay? Also remember, with my right hand that's out in the punch, when my left hand goes out to punch, I'm chambering. So no lazy hands, all right? I chamber, so my hands are always where they're up, they're not in a guard, they're doing their punch, my foot is doing their kick, and I can practice this multiple times before it feels comfortable getting that coordination down, okay? All right, so those are your techniques to break down within this section, and I'll see you next week for section 2.